All right, let's get right into it. Have you ever noticed that some of the absolute smartest, most talented people you know are also the ones who seem to doubt themselves the most? It feels like a total paradox, right? Well, it turns out there's a really powerful psychological reason for it, and we're going to break it all down.
So, yeah, the big question, why? Why do people who are clearly good at what they do so often feel like they're not? You might think it's just a lack of confidence, but the real answer is, well, it's not that at all. It's actually a sign of a much deeper, way more sophisticated process happening in their brains.
You know, to really get why smart people have doubts, we first have to look at the total opposite. And that brings us to this famous idea in psychology called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's all about the weird paradox of being overconfident.
So what is it? Basically, the Dunning-Kruger effect says that people who have very little skill in something, they tend to think they're amazing at it. The problem is, the very skills they're missing are the same skills they would need to realize they're not that good. It's a real catch-22.
To put it as simply as possible, they just don't know what they don't know. Their tiny little island of knowledge feels like the whole world because they can't even see the vast ocean of stuff they're missing. And that creates this false and honestly sometimes dangerous confidence.
Okay, so now let's flip that coin over, because this is where we get to the heart of the matter. We're talking about something called intellectual humility. And as you're about to see, this is a true sign of some serious intelligence.
Look, intellectual humility isn't about thinking you're dumb or beating yourself up. Not at all. It's about thinking more accurately about what you know. It's that deep down awareness that, hey, no matter how much you learn, there is always this gigantic ocean of knowledge out there still to explore. It's about knowing where your expertise ends. And when you put these two ideas side by side like this, man, the contrast is just crystal clear. On one side, you've got the Dunning-Kruger effect, where knowing just a little bit makes you feel like an expert. And on the other, you have intellectual humility, where knowing a lot actually shows you just how much more there is to learn. It makes you more careful, more thoughtful.
This is all starting to make sense, right? But it kind of begs the question, what's actually going on inside someone's head that allows for this? What's the secret engine that's driving this kind of self-awareness?
And here it is, the secret sauce. It all boils down to this incredible ability we call metacognition. Now, I know it sounds like a super technical sci-fi term, but the idea behind it is actually beautiful and simple. It's thinking about your thinking.
Think of it like this. Metacognition is like having a bird's eye view of your own mind. It's that little voice inside that lets you step back and ask questions like, wait a minute, do I really get this? Or am I just kind of fooling myself? It's a total game changer.
So what does this superpower actually let you do? Well, it's what allows you to spot the holes in what you know. It's what pushes you to question your own beliefs, to catch yourself being biased, and maybe most importantly, to see that there's a much, much bigger picture out there.
Now, here's the kicker. This whole metacognition thing, it's not something everybody has. Or at least, not everyone uses it. It's a pretty advanced thinking skill. This ability to really critique and analyze yourself is frankly kind of rare.
And that brings us to the final, and I think the most powerful point of all of this. It's time to completely reframe that feeling of self-doubt. Because if you have it, chances are it's actually a sign of something amazing. So you know that nagging feeling? That little voice that whispers, maybe you don't know enough about this. That feeling is not a sign that you're weak or that you're failing, not even close. It is, in fact, the exact opposite. That little flicker of doubt, that is the sound of your metacognition firing on all cylinders. It is hard evidence that you have the advanced mental hardware to look at yourself honestly, to see the gaps, and to appreciate just how big the world of knowledge really is. And this is what I really want you to take away from our little chat today. Your self-doubt is a feature, not a bug of your intelligence. It's what a smart, complex mind is supposed to do. It means the system is working perfectly. So I'll just leave you with this one last thought. The next time that feeling of uncertainty pops up, instead of seeing it as something you need to crush, what if you saw it for what it really is? A sign of your own intelligence at work. How will you look at your doubts now?